A to the K.
A to the K.
A to the K.
So we're only about a week late, but
So let's go for some rapid reactions.
yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, I was insensitive. I took a vacation. Apologies about that.
Well, you know, whatever.
Yeah, but we're both insensitive. And we're both taking vacations
Your
next
life
week,
first.
so it's what we do.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's not babble too much because who's even going to watch this? We're so far behind.
Fair.
It's all about SummerSlam.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. Logan versus Ricochet.
Yeah,
Better than I expected it to be.
same.
Still try to go for some deliberate spots to try and make a viral moment, which I hate it when they try and deliberately make a viral moment, but it is what it is. They're both very athletic and very good at what they're doing.
Yeah.
There was some slightly worrying, I don't want to call them botches because they pulled them off, but you know, and you're like,
Yeah,
like it nearly didn't land.
Yeah, you were kind of like
Bit nerve-wracking sometimes.
Yeah.
But overall, very decent match. And I actually I don't know how you felt about it, but I enjoyed the inclusion of Samantha.
Yes.
Yeah, I got that right.
Yes.
Obviously, the whole back and forth that she didn't want to announce Logan as the winner and then sort of forcibly had to.
Yeah.
I thought that was quite nice for the whole storytelling thing as well.
Indeed. I think the point that you made around the most viral match ever, like it annoyed me when they said that. Remember when they did like was it Randy Orton and Edge? It was like the greatest wrestling match ever, and it's like straight away it's like, well, it's not going to live up to that, is it?
Yeah, you're overselling it for
so
no reason.
Stop doing shit like this. But yeah, you can see they tried. The thing I like that they tried to do was remember they botched that Royal Rumble. No, what the fuck was it? It wasn't the Royal Rumble. What was the thing they had? The Battle Royal. What were they in? Where they did the fucking? They tried to do
the Rumble, wasn't it?
It was like literally the other week.
Oh, in the ladder match.
That was it. Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
I
was like, they did like collide at Rumble.
They did collide at the Rumble, but
yeah, they got the whole
tried
botch
to do
on
that
that,
and they fucked it up. So they tried to do that right, and it still wasn't perfect. But you know, fair play.
Pulled it off better. It was just there was some nerve-wracking moments.
But I think you've gone on record as saying this. I think I have as well. He's definitely the best non-wrestler to get in the ring.
Yeah, the best transition into wrestling.
Miles
from
better than Bad Bunny. Miles better than Pat.
I remember when saying that was controversial. I feel like the tides have turned now. I feel like you can quite comfortably say Logan is better in the ring than Bad Bunny without people coming at you.
100%. There's no denying it. I think everybody just can't believe how well he's taken to it. So, but yeah, Logan
like a duck to water.
Logan getting the win. Is this his first win? Did he beat The Miz? Or was this his first win? I can't remember. But
no, I think he might have beat The Miz.
He deserved the win.
Or did he technically count the tag team? Even if he didn't beat The Miz, he had a tag match with The Miz and didn't they win?
Maybe.
I feel like
and then
beat
Miz turned on him afterwards. Did he? I can't remember.
When Ray and Dom were tag teaming, I feel like something's happened there. Because didn't he mock with the frog splash?
Oh, he definitely did that. I don't know whether they won those.
Okay. Anyway,
I remember the Miz turned on him afterwards, but he's obviously he's lost against Seth Rollins. He's lost against Roman Reigns. He's been in there against fucking the top guys, and obviously they've gone put him in against Ricochet. No offense to Ricochet, but it's like he's someone who you can potentially see him beating, and he did. So I don't mind him getting a win. I think he deserves to get a win.
Yeah, no, it does.
I don't know what's next for him now. Apparently, he wants to fucking have another boxing match with one of Conor McGregor's mates or something.
That sounds like a draw, doesn't it? Conor's mate.
Yeah,
I'm going for you.
But he's betting Conor $1 million that he can beat his mate because his mate isn't rich enough to be able to make that bet. And it's like, well, okay.
Well, then, do you truly feel you can beat him? Then wouldn't you bet him for something that he can achieve so that you can then prove you can beat him?
I don't know, but yeah. So maybe that'll be around for a bit anyway.
But I don't know. That's it's a weird gambling situation, isn't it?
Indeed.
I'm going to bet you more than you can afford so that I win. But you don't win because now we don't know if you're going to be able to beat him.
Yeah,
presumably just to make Conor pay money. But whatever.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, fun opener, and Logan gets the win, and it was a good match for the pair.
Indeed, yeah, good shout.
Which took us on to second match of the night: Brock Cody trilogy. Thoughts?
Yeah. Look, okay. I'm not going to come here and deny that this. I'm not going to go, it was a bad match or anything like that. I don't know how this. It's a funny you use that picture because this has been the big thing, hasn't it? Of going, why can you suddenly hit people with steps in a normal match?
Yeah.
And not get disqualified? That fair point. But everything Cody wise is just so overproduced. It just doesn't sit well with me.
It's not changed, has he, from his AEW days?
Cody, he's a really awesome guy, right? And he's definitely a really talented guy. I've even gone on record, I think, saying he's in the ring more talented than his father, in all fairness, right? Not that people are doing that comparison, but I mean, Cody does. But I just fucking hate everything about it, in the sense of, like, they didn't just have the match. Cody didn't just win this trilogy of matches. It's then Brock has to stop him and have this moment, and then they even try and have the audacity to convince us that it was no one knew that was going to happen. Brock just chose it. Did they fuck?
No one knew though, Anthony.
No, it was such an organic, natural moment. I just don't know why it didn't fucking feel like one. Fucking does me. Honest to God, there's no way they didn't plan that, and it pisses me off that they try and tell me that they did. Because it's like, it's so obvious. Why does it always happen then?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. The match itself, like, it was everything we expected from this kind of match. Brock doing a lot of suplexes, Cody kind of getting destroyed and then coming back as the underdog and, you know, managing to pick up the victory and stuff. I'm glad that he beat him. You know what I mean? There was no, like, shenanigans. There wasn't like a shitty roll up. He hit the cross. It still pisses me off. He does the crossroads 3 times.
I mean,
like, fucking learn a lesson, Cody.
The crossroads is a shit move.
It's not the best. But
it doesn't look like it has any real impact. It looks like it has just as much impact on Cody as it does his opponent.
But it's basically like an inverted DDT. It's like just DDT him and save all the flippy shit.
But that's what I mean. Like, the flippy bit makes it look like it gives him as much punishment. Yeah. So I just don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. But he needs to stop doing this, like, fucking Three Amigos, Eddie Guerrero tribute thing, and just fucking... It should be...
It worked for Ray and Dom.
Thing is, though, it makes sense when it's a suplex. If it's your finishing move, if you got to do it 3 times in a row to make it, like, to get the win, it's not a good finishing move, really.
Yeah.
I get what I mean? So, but yeah.
Yeah, you didn't get Undertaker doing 3 tombstones.
Exactly. So, you know, Cody got the win. Yay for him. But still, he's no closer to going after Roman. So...
Yeah, where does he go next? Well, fuck knows.
Yeah, he had a match.
You got a good point. Like,
he's in a feud with Judgment Day, but so is everyone. And it's like,
yeah, let's refinish. Let's revisit the finisher thing though, because, like, Brock can hit a few F5s and you're fine with it. Isn't it funny how some moves just like Brock suplex the fuck out of people and it's like, oh, it's Suplex City, no one's going. Oh, it's Crossroads City. Yeah, it just doesn't work. I think some moves just aren't designed for that.
Yeah, like, I think obviously with Brock's matches, it's a lot of finisher spam. Like, he hits loads, but the fact Cody does 3 in a row and keeps it holding the whole time, like a 3 Amigos, it's like, but it's not a finishing move then, is it? Like, Brock hits a finishing move and then will, like, you know, hits 4 or 5 of them throughout his match. That's okay.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's 3 in a row.
It's like, oh, come on. Well, although that's how he did that, how he defeated the Undertaker at WrestleMania. Didn't have as much of a problem. Maybe you're right. Maybe just Cody.
No, I think Brock's finisher lends itself more to that repetition.
I think the problem
there's something weird about the, like you say, the lingering there for that move. It's like, how have you managed to do 3 in a row? Actually,
the thing is, annoying though.
I'm willing to suspend disbelief here.
Every premium live event, he does it. It's not like it's just as a one-off. Like, every time he's in an actual fucking PLE match, he's like,
so what do you want to talk about? Your finisher, Cody. I want to talk about your finisher for a sec.
If it's good, do it once. But yeah, so decent match. The Slam Jam Battle Royal. You didn't learn a lesson from the Mountain Dew Pitch Black thing. Nope.
I fucking hate it.
This was such a waste of time, wasn't it? Essentially, on SmackDown, like literally days before it, they were like, well, we're going to have a Battle Royal. And, we'll highlight LA Knight and Sheamus. And then, what are the odds? They're the final 2 in the Battle Royal. Who saw that going? Because they're the only semblance of a story related to the Battle Royal that made sense.
You know what pisses me off with this, right?
You know what really grinds my gears?
I love a good Battle Royal, right? Royal Rumble's my favourite pay-per-view for a reason, right? I love a good Battle Royal, right? But people just are constantly like, oh, LA Knight deserves the win. LA Knight deserves the win. And you know what? I agree LA Knight deserves a push, right? What does winning the Slim Jim Battle Royal do for you?
Yeah, about
right. It doesn't require any real wrestling effort. It requires the ability to throw someone, right? And what do you get at the end of it other than being able to go, I won the Slim Jim Battle Royal?
You literally get a Slim Jim.
Like, even the Andre the Giant one gives you the fucking trophy.
Yeah. Remember the greatest Royal Rumble ever? There was a Strowman that won that. Yeah, he's got a belt and everything. Oh, wow. Talk about Roman Reigns as the longest, holding the belt. Fucking
I know, yeah. I know it'd be funny if they introduce it again and he has to defend that belt.
I'd love that to be that's the only reason he brought him back. They planned to do it and then it just didn't work out. But yeah, so there was a Slim Jim Battle Royal.
But for me, I'm all for LA Knight getting a push. I just don't get why people are acting like this is how he deserves it. It's like, this is the shittest thing they could have given him.
Yeah, it is. So yeah. What a way to feature everybody that you don't care about.
Okay, this is a bugbear you've mentioned before, but no bigger is it highlighted than in this one is Shouldn't a big guy be easier to throw out?
Like really,
like Omos is in there. Yeah, he's already like standard. Like you just. Yeah, you basically got his legs. So, really, they're acting like, it's going to take so many people to get Omos out. No, just knock him off his balance. He'll do the rest of the fucking work himself.
I used to get it when it was like fucking Yokozuna or someone that heavy. Like, I can't physically lift him, but they're short and stocky.
Yeah, but this guy's like massive.
Fucking 8 foot tall. Just
someone, really speaking, someone should have just been able to come off the ropes and dive at him, and then he just fucking lost his balance and fell out.
But
anyway,
the great Omos made his return as well, and he's nowhere to be seen after it, so that was that good.
That's a great.
Speaking of things that were that good,
do you know what really bugged me about this match, Carl?
Go on.
What really bugged me about this match? What did I say to you when we were doing the predictions?
I think you said Ronda was going to win.
No, not the actual prediction. I says to you, they're having a UFC match, right? Yeah. So at least they're not going to pretend to do strikes.
Oh, yeah.
The fucking first thing the pair of them do.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not strikers? God's sake.
Yeah. See, there was a story here to be told, right? Put aside my recent dislike for Ronda Rousey. There was a story that made sense of these two and their real life friendship and what their journey and everything. And the fact that they lent into that towards like the end of the pay-per-view was good, to be fair. And I said all along, if they just had a normal match, no one would care about it, right? So they should do something different. So I can't really judge them for that. However, the match itself fucking sucked.
Well, because what they did was they marketed it as an actual UFC match and then tried to fake an actual UFC match.
Yeah.
And you end up with this.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like, Shayna's got a hell of a shiner, so obviously Ronda doesn't know how to pull a punch even.
But the reality is, this was a rougher wrestling match. It wasn't a UFC match.
No. It wasn't.
That's the reality of it.
It wasn't. I think they just kind of booked themselves into a bit of a corner with it. And if what's being said is true, this was Ronda's last match, then, you know, it's a shit way for it to go out, really. Because when she came in, she was awesome. And you can tell her heart hasn't been in it since she's made this return.
Yeah.
And, you know, at least she's got to go out against a real life best friend and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It could have been much better, I think.
Although, to be honest, the Shayna stuff afterwards, because Shayna can't even use this as momentum because she's just not a great talker.
Well, the next night she came out and then got beat by some random person.
So, I mean, that doesn't help.
I was like, well, for fuck's sake.
Because the minute she was, like, talking about, like getting rid of Ronda from WWE, I'm like, it just doesn't work.
No.
Yeah. Disappointing.
It is, yeah. It's a shame that it's ended up taking up a slot on SummerSlam, to be fair. I would have much rather Trish and Becky at the time, but that's just me.
I'm super curious how you feel about this.
This match, Gunther and Drew.
Because I feel like you want your Bay. Is he now with you being a Will Ospreay fan? I don't know. But I feel like you want him to win this.
Yeah. I didn't, to be fair. I think Gunther needs to beat Honky Tonk Man's record and stuff and be super dominant and all that. So I felt bad that Drew went up against him so soon because I knew he was going to eat a loss so soon.
I remember this point when he started dancing.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that was. I was meant to do that. Ended up going like more of like an Indian vibe. I was meant to go for that, like, what's that thing where like they fold their arms and they do that?
That Russian thing.
Yeah, the Russian thing is where I was trying to go. But yeah, so it's one of them. I think I love Drew. I'm happy he's back, but I knew straight away he was going to lose this, and then his momentum was going to suffer, and now he's in a tag team with Matt Riddle. So it's like, we weren't wrong. But match itself, big meaty men slapping meat. We got to see a preview of it at WrestleMania with Sheamus involved as well. So we knew it was going to be good. We knew it was going to be intense and hard hitting. I think Drew probably got the better of Gunther in terms of the chops and everything. So, yeah. But as we know from our pal Caleb Conley, he hits hard. So yes, doesn't pull anything. But
I feel like you've got like a jewellery box, right? And when you lift the lid, it's Drew like that. It's spinning.
Just it's Claymore pose.
Yeah.
So
I feel like you've got
a real like sweet version of his entrance music, like just a jingly version of that. Yeah.
And if you don't, I feel like you should make that a thing.
I'm gonna make that a thing. You got a 3D printer, make it.
That's true.
Make it happen. Yeah, Gunther retains. Think we all expected it.
Rightly so.
And yeah, he's now going up against Chad Gable, which I think is cool.
Nice.
So
yeah.
Right. If there's one, I'm not even going to get to the end before I say this. If there's one thing that I'm going to say negatively about SummerSlam is how predictable it was. Right? And it's easy for me to say that by scoring pretty much full marks in the prediction series. Right? But I did, because it was so predictable. And this was no different. It was 100% chance that Seth was going to win it, in my opinion, which he did. I knew Damien was going to be involved, but not cash in, and there was going to be tension between him and Finn. It all just played out fucking as expected, like 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're insisting on doing Seth and Finn so many times.
Honestly, the first time, I'm glad they revisited. Well, I was glad they revisited it till I had to revisit, because I feel they missed a big opportunity for a cash in. But guess what? They missed a big opportunity for a cash in again.
You did. I don't know what the like.
Let me go back and fix that, and then they fucking miss it again.
Yeah,
it's fucking annoying.
Like, I don't even know what the plan is for it, because they're teasing this Finn and Damien not being on the same page shit, but then Judgment Day are always aligned at the end of every show, and it's like, so what, are you just happy to keep fucking each other over but then still be great friends at the end? There's obviously something going on with this JD McDonough guy, like having Finn's back and all that, so is he going to leave Judgment Day and have something with him and have his own fight? I don't really
It's just annoying. What they should have had, Finn wins, and then within seconds Damien takes the belt off him, right, and then Rhea just beats the piss out of him as well. Fuck it, why not?
Well, yeah, why not? But he didn't do that, and Seth got the win, and it was all very, like...
Yeah, Rhea, we didn't put that in the news, did we? She got engaged.
Yeah, we didn't do that. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And buddy, you're not a cook, after all. Well,
I mean, I'd love it if WWE like acknowledged it by having Dom propose to her or something, just for a laugh.
Yeah. I meant in the kitchen. What are you thinking?
Oh, you might not be a cook.
I was talking about culinary skills. I don't know what your dirty mind was.
Talking about engagements.
So we also got a triple threat match, and again, I was very close with calling this one. I was ready to be pissed off, man. Ever so slightly wrong, but obviously we had Asuka defending against Charlotte and Bianca Belair, and my thought process last week, or the week before, whenever we did the predictions, was Charlotte's going to get a win to help her get closer to having 16 wins, and then Io's going to cash in on it, which basically happened, except swap out Charlotte and Bianca. Yeah. Because...
But it's weird. I never realised how much I didn't want Bianca to be champion again until she fucking won it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
she's definitely needs a heel turn. She does. 100%.
She really does.
Like, when your supposed babyface beats the heel and the fans are like, and then another heel cashes in and the fans are like, yeah, that's not good.
Not a good sign.
Not good. But yeah, fair play to Io. I think, she's definitely been grinding at it for a long time. She definitely deserves the chance.
Been on that grind.
Well, yeah, but obviously Dakota Kai is back as well, so Damage Control are reunited. So
Yay.
We were pretty much, well, I was anyway, I was confident that Damage Control wasn't going to last, but seemingly they are still together.
Especially after the shenanigans of the ladder match, which was still a really good moment.
So they were going down that route and we didn't get it, so who knows what's going to happen. Maybe Bayley will turn on Io eventually for the title, not too sure.
Be a good feud, to be fair.
It would be, but yeah, excited to see where it goes, and yeah, big congrats to Io.
Indeed.
But again, the women's Money in the Bank, they don't hang on to it for long, do they?
They really don't. Damien's like, nah, I ain't gonna cash in.
Yeah,
he's gonna big old tease.
Yes, he is. Which takes us to the main event, and Anthony, I'm not the kind of guy to say I told you so, but I told you so.
Isn't this another one of them things though, right? Where didn't they put like a statement out about this match saying
it was completely fucking stupid,
yeah, that like this has to end here and
has to end here.
No interruptions.
It's tribal combat.
Yeah,
no one from the family can get involved. There's special rules, all this other stuff.
So where'd the special rules go?
Solo gets involved. Fucking Jimmy appears, gets involved. Yeah. It's all fine.
I'm not bothered, except for the fact that they established the rules themselves.
Yeah.
So why just not acknowledge them?
Exactly, which is why people are saying
the rules are there. Like, acknowledge me.
Which is why people are saying there's no way this is all part of the third inning and it's a big plot. They're flying by the seat of their fucking pants because they know
they boxed themselves out of a fucking interruption.
They know
did anyway
that they pulled a big swerve at Mania and they're waiting for Cody to crown him at the next Mania. And they're like, well, how do we fill all this gap of bloodline?
And that's why, like, suddenly Jimmy and Jey aren't on the same page again.
Like, it's completely stupid.
Because that's the thing, people are defending it like, oh no, the story makes sense. Like, it doesn't, because they both got on the same page.
Yeah.
Like, literally a couple of weeks back. So the sudden betrayal just doesn't make any sense.
No. And then for Jimmy to justify on SmackDown as being like, well, I didn't want you to turn into Roman Reigns if you became the tribal chief. Like, what?
Well, even that's like, so wait, so you don't trust me to do it properly?
Well, exactly.
Like,
and you basically,
apparently I'm just as much of a dick as him.
Yeah.
Like,
it's basically you jealous brother. Then, like, you know what I mean? Like, what?
Yeah, it's just I've not liked this part of it.
No, there's no denying how good the Bloodline stuff's been.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
But, there's also no denying
that's like suggesting the Sami Zayn stuff was always part of the plan when it fucking wasn't.
Of course not. They've had to course correct there and gone, well, fucking hell, the fans are loving Sami and the stuff he's done. He's made the Bloodline this amazing thing. Let's do that. That worked. Now they haven't got a breakout star who's getting involved and doing all that. So they're like, maybe we turn the brothers. Like the next thing's going to be, well, Solo and Roman. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Because they've got nothing else. We're in August now. There's how many, like, WrestleMania's in April.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to tease the Solo thing.
A lot of fucking coasting.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I mean, let's be honest, they're going to get some mileage out of these two feuding and Roman not really being that involved.
Well, you had the whole thing of Jey quitting. People are buying into. Have you seen this shit? People are like, he's going to show up at All Out.
He's really not.
Oh, sorry, All In. And it's like,
he's really not. This is so obviously part of the story.
If it was even real, you'd have a 90-day no compete, right? No complete. Yeah, complete the 90-day no complete the fucking Bloodline story. But people are buying into it so much.
The only way he's ever rocking up at All In or wherever is if miraculously out of nowhere and no one saw it coming, is that WWE and AEW have actually got a working relationship. Yeah. That's the only way that's ever going to fucking happen.
Never in a million years.
And we all know that that's not true. So.
No. So, yeah, this to me was like a proper damn squib of an ending for SummerSlam. I was like to your point though as well, he threw the rules out the window. Why establish the rules if they weren't going to?
But that's where, exactly like you said, they just didn't have a plan.
Yeah. And this is one that I'm really upset that I was right about, because I knew this was coming from a mile off. Because we knew we were speaking to Van Vliet, weren't we? And he was like, "It's not going to ruin my enjoyment of this, knowing the fact Roman's going to win." No one expected Jey to win.
That's it. Yeah.
How he won with Jimmy? You know, it was like, really, fuck's sake.
It's one of the scenarios where I would have no issue with a decisive win.
Yeah.
It doesn't really affect the Usos, does it, to lose to Roman? People expect that anyway. So either one of them could take a loss to Roman and it wouldn't lower their stock, as it were. So the fact that he just didn't beat him clean is just silly.
It is. Very silly.
Hey-ho.
So, yeah, that was SummerSlam. We still managed to stretch out to 22 minutes, even though we tried to do it quick.
We're fucking boss.
But, yeah, my kind of... To summarise it, I think it under-delivered. It was very predictable. And, yeah, a bit of a shame.
Party of the summer, man.
Yeah. Didn't feel like
in Detroit.
Party.
Rock City.
Yes. So yeah, that was our SummerSlam reaction review. Finally. Apologies about that. But yeah, we
now
will
to go back in time.
Yeah, well, but we're gonna miss next week as well, so let's get used to it. But yeah, let us know what you thought of SummerSlam in the comments, on the socials, all that good stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, give us 5 stars on all the podcast apps. We appreciate it, and we will catch you on the next one.